like I was in Israel. Happening this morning on News 12 The Bronx, police are investigating after a man is fatally shot in an apartment building in the Grand Concourse. We're on the scene with the latest.
And one precinct in our borough is ditching the holding cells to deck the halls for the holiday. Find out how you can check out this winter wonderland.
The Boys and Girls Club of Columbus in Belmont surprising kids in the area with a newly renovated club right in time for Christmas.
And it's another gridlock alert day. We're taking a look outside at the latest conditions on the roads and the rails.
The weather not as frightful as yesterday. I mean, there was a little bit of snow around. With the flakes and flurries today, a lot of rain. We'll let you know how much of this rainfall sets up over the Bronx this upcoming weekend. You're watching News 12.
Good morning and thanks for joining us here on News 12 The Bronx. It's Friday, December 14th. I'm Gianna Gelosi.
And I'm Michelle DeVoe, and I'm in for Aisha McKenzie. We'll get to those top stories in just a moment, but first, meteorologist Mike Favetta has your hyperlocal forecast. Mike, how's it looking out there?
Good morning, Michelle and Gianna. A little bit of a throwback Friday because we're throwing it back to warmer times with fall weather around through really early fall weather all weekend long. We started yesterday with a little fast forward to winter with the snow. Well, today it's much milder than this time yesterday, and there's a lot of liquid rain coming at us for the upcoming weekend. No snow, all rain, all the time pretty much. Likely be some showers returning this afternoon that last on and off throughout Saturday and Sunday. We start off with 40 as our primary temperature all across the borough, even 42 out in Throgs Neck with temperatures feeling like they're a few degrees cooler in the upper 30s. A look outside in Soundview has decent visibility. However, there's still a little bit of mist and drizzle around this morning with the light rain returning later today, and those temperatures eventually warm back into the upper 40s, and they stay there throughout the overnight, holding in the upper 40s to around 50. We'll talk more about all the rain on the way for the weekend coming up in just a bit.
All right, thanks, Mike. Well, police are looking for the person responsible for shooting a 24-year-old to death in a building on the Grand Concourse.
That's right. In News 12, the Bronx reporter Sabrina Franza has an update from where this all happened. Sabrina, good morning to you.
Good morning, yes. Well, since we arrived here on the Grand Concourse, we've watched as police have been trying to put together clues. We've seen them walk in and out of this apartment complex just trying to see who might have taken a 24-year-old's life. And here's what we know so far. Around 12:45, police got a 911 call and responded here to this complex on the Grand Concourse near East 171st Street. They found a man in his 20s shot in the chest, lying on the upper level of his apartment building's lobby. Officials tell me the shot was fired after some sort of argument with an unknown perp. Police say they took him to Bronx Lebanon Hospital, but that his injuries were too severe. He was pronounced dead just around 1 a.m. We can also tell you this morning that the man who died was named Ariel Tejada. Officials are investigating his death as part of a homicide. And if you have any information that might help police, you're asked to contact them. Reporting from the Grand Concourse, Sabrina Franza, News 12 The Bronx, sending it back to you guys.
Sabrina, and continuing with some crime news, the NYPD now releasing the photos of several suspects wanted in connection with a gang assault that took place last month. And police say around 6 p.m. on Tuesday, November 13th, the suspect seen here in this picture got into a dispute with a 51-year-old victim in front of 25 West Fordham Road. And police are telling us the fight then escalated when the individuals punched and kicked the victim, and they left him with a fractured ankle along with facial bruising and swelling. EMS responded and transported the victim to an area hospital where he was treated and then released.
And police are looking for this man they say stole Beats headphones right off another man's head in Soundview. Cops say it happened on the 6th Street on the Soundview Avenue last Friday. We're told the victim was walking up the stairs when his headphones were snatched. Now, if you have any information that can help police, call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-577-TIPS.
In News 12 update, a man who tried to rape a woman in her own store will be spending the next 9 to 12 years in prison. The Bronx District Attorney announcing that sentencing for Umar Fufana today. And this surveillance video shows Fufana inside 3rd Avenue store back in 2015. Prosecutors say he threw the woman to the ground and sexually assaulted her, and they also say that Fofana tried to escape from Rikers after his arrest.
The city has reached a settlement with the family of a mentally ill woman who was shot to death by police officers. The city agreeing to pay the family of Deborah Danner $2 million after Danner was shot by a police officer inside her Castle Hill apartment 2 years ago. Police say the woman had schizophrenia and charged at the officer with a bat. That officer, Hugh Barry, was acquitted of second-degree murder and other charges during a 2-week trial. The city's law department releasing a statement saying in part, quote, "This agreement is a fair resolution of a tragic case and hopefully it brings some measure of relief to the family. The city is committed to preventing these tragedies from happening."
Fake bomb threats were reported throughout the day Thursday yesterday, and police say threatening emails also launched an investigation, causing schools and businesses to evacuate in our borough and around the country. And what police are saying is that these emails like this one that you can see were sent hundreds of times, up to 40 of those in New York City. Sources telling us the NYPD Intelligence Bureau is investigating along with the FBI. A threat was made to the Bronx High School of Science in Norwood. Thousands of students were evacuated there, and we received another tip of a bomb threat in the Van Ness neighborhood at the East Haven Nursing and Rehabilitation Center on Eastchester Road. The NYPD tweeting out, quote, "Please be advised there is an email being circulated containing a bomb threat asking for Bitcoin payment. While this email has been sent to numerous locations, searches have been conducted and no devices have been found." At this time, it appears that these threats are meant to cause disruption and or obtain money. We'll respond to each call regarding these emails to conduct a search, but we wanted to share this information so the credibility of these threats can be assessed as likely not credible. And the FBI also investigating similar bomb threats emailed around the country, like here in Massachusetts, along with Florida, Pennsylvania, Idaho, and D.C.
Ray Donovan is here to protect the city. No, not the fictional tough guy played by Liev Schreiber. This Donovan is a special agent in charge, Ray Donovan, and he is the drug czar in town, heading up the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration's New York division. One of Donovan's most recent claims to fame was overseeing the operation that resulted in the capture of Joaquin El Chapo Guzman.
12 is on Health Now, and Del Monte is recalling more than 64,000 cans of corn. That's right, the recall comes after they found some of their Fiesta corn seasoned with red and green peppers was under-processed and could possibly lead to botulism if eaten. Botulism is a life-threatening illness that can cause, among other symptoms, muscle weakness and paralysis. So far, no illnesses from the recalled corn have been reported.
The New York State of Health is reminding New Yorkers that tomorrow is the deadline to apply for health care coverage beginning on January 1st, 2019. So if you're still looking to find an insurance plan that works for you, you can find a list of plans and estimated costs by visiting their marketplace. So head on over to News12.com and click on numbers and links for all those details.
And despite a strong job market, 6 in 10 Americans say they saw no salary increase this year. And that's according to a new survey from Bankrate.com. The percentage of workers not seeing a pay boost is up 10 points since 2017. Low-income households and older baby boomers were the least likely to see a pay increase. Even so, only a quarter of people employed say they'll look for better jobs.
All right, time for a check of traffic with Christine Russo. Gridlock alert day. How's it all looking?
It is a gridlock alert day. This is the third day in a row, so definitely you're going to want to take mass transit, especially when it's looking like this. Everything is on or close to schedule. Those earlier delays we had have cleared up, and now we're in the clear. As you can see, we're on or close to schedule. Heading on over to our maps, Major Deegan Expressway here, northbound traffic moving along really nicely. This is by the RFK Bridge. No major issues here to report. So moving along now to our Fordham Road here. This is at Grand Concourse. Just a nice quiet ride for your Friday morning commute. Not too much to worry about here. And then moving out of the Bronx into Queens, if you are heading into the boroughs this morning, into Queens, RFK, Whitestone, Throgs Neck, all looking good. No major issues to report. Alternate side parking rules are in effect today. Ladies, back to you.
Thank you, Christine. And one precinct in our borough decking the halls for the holiday. The 42nd precinct posting this video to Twitter yesterday showing Mrs. Claus inspecting the Christmas displays. And the displays are inside jail cells, but you don't have to be on the NYPD's naughty list to check them out. The Winter Wonderland will be open to the public on Saturday, December 22nd from 10 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon. Kids 12 and under will receive gifts. How fun is that? But they must be accompanied by an adult.
Now we're coming up on the middle of December and holiday shipping deadlines are fast approaching. And with more and more shopping done online, there's a big strain on the delivery systems of the major shippers to get those packages to you by Christmas. The deadline for standard USPS ground is today, with priority mail being the 20th. For FedEx, you have until Monday for standard shipping and by the 21st for overnight delivery. And the deadline for standard free Amazon shipping is today, with their 22nd for their 2-day delivery. So for a full list of deadlines, head on over to News12.com.
And we've got a huge surprise for some Bronx kids on Thursday. The Garden of Dreams Foundation joining the Madison Square Boys and Girls Club of Columbus in Belmont for a special ribbon cutting. And this was to introduce their renovated space, and things just got better because Bronx rap star A Boogie with a Hoodie made a surprise appearance. The multi-million-dollar renovation includes a new gym, locker room, and even a new music studio.
So fun.
Yeah.
All right, time for a check of weather with meteorologist Mike Vivetta. How's the school forecast?
School forecast, a little damp this morning, staying a little wet into this afternoon. We started off yesterday a little snowy. Well, today it's so much milder, there's no threat of any ice or frozen precip, but there will be milder weather as that rain moves in this afternoon. 51 as today's high. You know, you can always get a check of the live radar on the News 12 app, one of my favorite apps. We'll show you the 7-day coming up.
Tremont, you're watching News 12 The Bronx, as local news gets.
So
Another one?
Yes, I've been
Oh, no
scrolling.
way.